Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Christine Brown, one of the most talked about stars of TLC's hit show Sister Wives, has stunned fans once again, but this time in a way no one could have ever predicted, because in her upcoming memoir, set to release on September 16th, Christine has revealed something so deeply personal, so raw, and so unexpected that it has left both her supporters and critics completely speechless. She has admitted to secretly battling a drug addiction, one that she was far too embarrassed and ashamed to ever discuss on television, even during the most vulnerable and heartbreaking moments captured by the cameras over more than a decade of filming. And this revelation has completely shifted how fans see her journey from being Kody Brown's third wife in a complicated plural marriage to being the independent, confident, and happily remarried woman she is today. Because while many thought they knew the full story of Christine's struggles, the feelings of neglect, the rejection she faced from Kody, the isolation within the family dynamic, and the eventual heartbreak that led her to leave Flagstaff behind, it turns out there was a far darker, far more private battle that Christine was facing behind the scenes, one that not even her closest allies within the Brown family fully understood. And the fact that she has now chosen to speak up about it in her memoir, which has already had leaked excerpts circulating online, makes it clear that Christine is ready to take complete control of her story, no longer hiding behind carefully edited TV narratives or allowing others, especially Kody and Robin, to define her legacy on Sister Wives. According to Christine's shocking revelation, the addiction started quietly during some of the most stressful years in the plural marriage, a time when she felt invisible, unloved, and pushed aside, particularly after Robin entered the family and became the wife who seemed to monopolize Kody's attention, leaving Christine not only hurt but also desperate to numb the emotional pain she was carrying. And while she never elaborated on exactly how she got access to drugs or what substances she used, the leaks suggest it was something she turned to in private moments, never wanting her children, the other wives, or the TLC crew to know, because she was determined to keep her image as the upbeat, fun-loving, and strong mom of the family intact even as she was crumbling inside, which now gives fans an entirely new lens to rewatch the old episodes through, wondering if some of her most emotional confessionals, her exhausted expressions, or her decision to eventually stand up for herself and leave were all influenced not only by the toxic relationship dynamics, but also by the silent battle she was waging with addiction. What makes this confession even more powerful is that Christine says she is not sharing this to shock people or to gain sympathy, but because she finally feels free. She has finally built a life where she is safe enough and loved enough to confront her past without fear of judgment. And she wants others who might be struggling with shame and secrecy to know that they are not alone. Something that has resonated deeply with her fans, many of whom have taken to social media to express their support, saying that they admire her honesty, her bravery, and her willingness to expose something so stigmatized when she could have easily kept it hidden forever, especially since her brand right now is tied to empowerment, cooking, family, and joy, all things that stand in stark contrast to the pain she endured in silence. Christine's memoir is already being described as explosive, not just because of the drug addiction revelation, but also because it apparently dives into never-before-heard stories of how Kody treated her behind the scenes, how the relationships between the wives were far more fractured than what TLC wanted to air, and how she truly felt in the years leading up to her decision to pack up her things, drive away, and never look back. And while fans were already excited to read Christine's words in her own voice, this leak has elevated the anticipation to an entirely different level, with people pre-ordering the book in droves and gossip blogs dissecting every leaked passage they can get their hands on. Christine, of course, has moved forward with her life in ways that inspire many. She is now happily remarried to David Woolley, a man fans adore because of the way he treats her with respect, love, and affection, qualities that viewers long wished to see her receive from Kody but never really did. And while some critics said she moved on too fast after leaving the plural marriage, most fans agree that David has been a blessing in her life, bringing stability and joy at a time when she needed it most, which makes her decision to finally tell the full truth about her past struggles even more meaningful, because she is not only redefining her present, but also reclaiming her past. For years, Fans speculated about what truly went on in the Brown household, about why Christine seemed to carry so much pain beneath her smile, about why her eventual split from Kody felt both inevitable and devastating. And now the pieces are starting to come together in a way that paints Christine as a survivor of more than just a toxic marriage. She is a survivor of her own internal battles, and her story may very well help others to face their own truths without shame. The fact that she hid this addiction for so long, through countless interviews, multiple tell-alls, and endless fan speculation, shows just how deeply embarrassed she felt. And it also raises new questions about what else the wives may have hidden during their time on the show. Because if Christine, who was often the most open and direct of the wives, could carry a secret this big for years, then perhaps there are other layers to the sister wives story that viewers will never fully understand. Until more of the wives write their own books, do their own interviews, or decide to step outside the carefully controlled TLC narrative. For now though, the spotlight is firmly on Christine, the woman who once described herself as leaving the family with nothing but her dignity. And now that dignity includes the courage to stand before the world and say, "Yes, I struggled, yes, I was ashamed, but I am not ashamed anymore." A declaration that fans believe solidifies her as not only one of the most relatable figures in the Sister Wives universe, but also one of the strongest. Because true strength is not in pretending you never fell, but in admitting you fell and showing how you got back up again. Christine's confession about her hidden drug addiction has not only shaken her fanbase, but has also sent ripple effects through the Sister Wives community at large, leaving many to wonder how Kody Brown, Robin, Janelle, and even Mary will respond to this revelation when the book is fully released in September. Because while Christine has clearly taken the high road by focusing her memoir on her personal truth rather than launching attacks on the family, this type of confession inevitably stirs up questions that could put the others in a difficult position. Did they know about her struggles and ignore them? Or were they genuinely in the dark like the fans, blindsided by Christine's courage to reveal something she once swore to keep secret forever? For years, Christine was portrayed as the fun mom, the one who cooked, who brought the energy to family gatherings, and who kept the household running even when she wasn't receiving equal attention or affection from Kody. But now fans are realizing that perhaps some of that energy was a mask, a way to cover up deeper wounds that she couldn't bear to face sober. And it reframes how viewers interpret many key moments from the show, such as her decision to take a strong stand against Kody's favoritism toward Robin, her tearful confession that she didn't matter in the marriage anymore, or her breaking point where she said she could no longer stay in a relationship that left her empty and unloved. Fans on Reddit and Facebook forums are already debating what Christine meant when she said she was too embarrassed to share this on television, with some speculating that TLC may have known about her addiction, but chose not to air it to protect her image, while others argue that Christine was in complete control of her narrative and would never have allowed the cameras that level of access into her personal demons, meaning this memoir is the very first time the truth has come to light. And the timing of it, just after Christine has settled into her new marriage with David Woolley, suggests that she finally feels supported enough to face her past without fear.